Hi, my name's Claire Young and I've been a travel counsellor for the last 7.5 years. So my story starts about 30 years ago when I came into the travel industry. I've been with travel counsellors since November 2017, and I think for me the move was based around having a career I love, working in an industry I couldn't be anywhere else, but wanting a bit more autonomy and some more flexibility, and I was quite jaded with my career on the high street. I wanted to set up my own travel business because I wanted to be able to give the people I was working with to create their holidays, I wanted to give them a really personal experience, very much like you would have had from old school travel agencies back in the day when I first started my career, and that had disappeared over time. It became all about an app or online, and I wanted to be able to take my customers through that entire journey and stay really close to them the entire time. A typical day for me would look like something new every day. So up in the morning, Darcy sorted and out for school, the office is open, straight into the office, and then the day starts. Because we've got the office at the house, we're able to have my clients in, and there are a good percentage of clients who will come in and see us face to face rather than just being over the phone or via email, and that's really nice. And from that, clients have become friends, and so a Friday, probably the only morning in the calendar that doesn't change, is coffee with my friend Jane, who is a client as well, and we tend to go out and have a coffee. The days differ because of the business load. Weekends we'll tend to find that the family are dipping in and out, so if we've got a wedding event, Paul is very much involved in helping with those, and so he helps run the events, but he's also in front of couples, so he's talking about the things that he's picked up when he's been to conference from various products and suppliers. It's really nice to have that dynamic because this business is built very much like a family business. The thing I enjoy most about being my own boss is the flexibility. So the fact that if there are things that change during the day, maybe there's a family emergency or somebody needs you or plans change short notice, I can do that. As long as my customers are taken care of, then I can change what I need to when I need to. My day doesn't run to a specific timetable every day. And also in terms of dealing with my customers, there's nobody sat behind me steering me in a particular direction. I'm free to give them what they want and what they need, as opposed to what somebody else sat in an office somewhere else is telling me to sell.
So me and Claire first met through our daughters. They became good friends at school, and I would give Darcy a lift home and drop her off, and Claire would normally come out and say thanks for dropping Darcy off, and have a bit of a giggle and a smile, and yeah, just sort of through our two daughters actually. The first holiday that Claire booked for us was a family holiday in Menorca. My younger daughter had been diagnosed a few years earlier with autism. She'd had a mental health crisis, and we'd had quite a few difficult holidays prior to that, and she just suddenly announced one day that she wanted to go abroad. So we had quite a specific list of requirements. I'd got to know that Claire was involved in travel, but I didn't know exactly how much, but Anna had started telling me a little bit more. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to ask Claire. I'd done a bit of research online and just really struggled to find the information that I wanted. And I just got in touch with Claire and said, look, we want to go on holiday. It's quite specific what I'm looking for. Can you help?
I love the Phoenix platform because it gives me an additional dynamic. It puts me in a position where I can offer my clients something that's differentiated, something that they can't buy just off a brochure page or just off a website that they've loaded up. It gives us the opportunity to work more in depth with particular properties and then be able to offer that out to our clients. I would describe my work-life balance as a work in progress, which I think it is for anybody who owns their own business. And there will be days when it maybe feels difficult, but there are definitely days where your work-life balance feels so much better than being in a retail or a 9-to-5 environment. Weekends are particularly special for me. If the weather's nice, I'm very lucky that my office is in the garden, so I can potter about, I can work whilst the family are in the garden and not feel outside of that family environment whilst I'm working.
I'm really proud of Claire with how she's built the business. She's just give it a whirl since day one. She's in the office from 7 o'clock in the morning till 12 at night sometimes. She always goes the extra mile with all the customers, whether or not they're spending hundreds of pounds or thousands of pounds. She always gives it her best. All the clients are almost best mates nowadays. She gets on with everyone. She likes everyone, and they like her.
My life has changed since becoming a travel counsellor. I'm gonna cry now. Sorry. The things that we've had to deal with as a family over the last 7 years at some points have been absolutely immense. One in particular was my father's heart attack this time last year, and it was exceptionally difficult for us all to deal with as a family. But the travel counsellors community stepped up 110%, and my business didn't suffer one bit. And then earlier this year, when I was quite poorly and I had to have what we thought would be a simple surgery, and that turned into a complicated surgery. Again, the travel counsellors community and the people that I've become exceptionally good friends with, staff at head office who you would assume are at head office who have become friends, were literally jumping up to support my business, picking up things that potentially was not their full-time job, but they were there for me, and that helped me get through that particular period. I would sum up being a travel counsellor in one sentence as the best thing I ever did.